Assalamu alaikum, I'm Zahir Khatri, founder of Learning Roots, the children's publishers of choice for an array of internationally renowned scholars, teachers and educationalists. Welcome to our brand new video series entitled Read and Rise. Our goal in producing this series is to help get your child to recite the Quran fluently in a way that's fun, firm and fast. If you're a parent who wants your child to become fluent in reciting Quran and you want to do so in a way that will make your child love the Book of Allah and recite it every single day of their lives without you having to tell them, so it becomes a source of peace and guidance in this world and the next, then there's help at hand. If you're a teacher or head teacher at a madrasa and you want a proven system that works in not just successfully producing children as fluent reciters of Quran, but also does so in a way that will transform your classes and your entire school into one of joy, fulfillment and fun, then we have something for you. As one of the world's leading publishers of Islamic educational resources for children, we've not just been producing some of the world's most creative resources for children, but we've also been busy for years behind the scenes, developing, testing and refining the very same resources that we produce for the rest of the world. And with our qaida called Read, which we produced almost 8 years ago now, this continual improvement cycle has resulted in not just a book, but rather an experience that has successfully transformed hundreds of students into confident, competent and fluent reciters of the noble Quran. And this has been done so in a way that has endeared these children to love the Book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and take it as a source of peace and guidance in their daily lives. That's because we didn't just focus on completing the book, but rather we paid very special attention on how the entire experience came together to produce a lasting memory in the mind of the child that will invoke happiness whenever they think of the Quran. We're not sharing with you to brag, but to demonstrate to you that this same experience is something that your child can enjoy too. The question we often get asked is, how do we do it? Well, one thing's for sure, this didn't just happen overnight. It's taken years of development, refinement and continual improvement to produce now what is a perfected system that works for everyone. It's a system that works because it takes into full consideration the modern environment of today's children. The time your children live in today is different drastically to the times that you grew up in, even if that was just a decade ago in the same land. And these times have brought with them new challenges that are different to the challenges that we faced. Yet the way we teach the Quran has remained largely unchanged since those times. And we realized that something just had to change in order to ensure that we raise a generation of children that are deeply connected to the Book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and in love with reciting it every single day of their lives. People often ask us how our system is different to traditional methods. Well, if you find that your child is making slow progress in learning to read the Quran or is simply not enjoying the experience and you feel that this would lead them to leaving the recital of the Quran after they graduate from madrasa, then you know that the old model of teaching is broken. Don't feel bad about it, it's just an outdated process. For example, in an extensive survey that we conducted preparing for this course, we found that 30% of children took 2 years or longer to complete the qaida. And, not surprisingly, 2 out of every 3 parents we surveyed were not satisfied with their children's Quran learning experience. And that's what made us focus on not just achieving the goal of finishing the qaida, but also to pay special attention to the experience along the way. As parents and as teachers, the key question we have to ask ourselves is, do we simply want our children to finish the book, or do we want them to go on to become lifelong reciters of the Quran, continually adding to their account of good deeds and to ours? If we're serious about making our children lifelong reciters, then we need to pay special attention to the experience that we're creating for them when they're on that learning journey. And not surprisingly, the more they enjoy that journey, the faster their progress will be and the sooner they will finish. So, making the experience one to remember for all the right reasons is not just helpful, it's a prerequisite to reach our goal. So, in the system that we've crafted, we pay special attention to the learning experience of the modern child, and that makes us different to traditional learning. But regardless of whether you join us on this journey or not, let me encourage you to take some time out and pay special attention to everything that constitutes a fulfilling Quran learning experience for your child, because it's the key to both your child's happiness and yours. And that's not something that demands a lot of your time. Although it took us years to develop the experience we're about to reveal, in Read and Rise you can begin to implement this system in minutes and set your child up to be a fluent reciter of the Quran in anything between 6 to 12 months. But more important than the speed is the experience that your child will have along the way. An experience that will be so much fun that it will etch happy memories associated with the Quran for life. And those happy memories will help to make the Quran a lifelong companion for your child in this world and enable them to rise up high up the levels of Jannah in the hereafter. And that's why we called it Read and Rise. Read and Rise is a suite of components consisting of two main elements: the course and the tools. The first element is the Read and Rise course, which is a step-by-step, easy-to-understand guide on how to create a fun, fast and firm experience resulting in your child's fluent Quran recitation. In this course, we've documented, codified and presented all the best practice that we've gathered over our decade-long experience in teaching the Read and Rise methodology. All of the best practices and principles which have produced so many successful graduates have all been incorporated into this course in a way that is both easy for parents and teachers to understand. This is a practical course that takes you by the hand and walks you the exact same way of teaching that has consistently produced fluent and fulfilled children who recite the Quran and love to continue to do so long after their madrasa days are over. The course is an online video format that can be accessed from anywhere in the world, from the comfort of your own home, and is divided into two modules that cover 40 minutes of targeted teaching. The course also contains a lesson log which will allow you to track and accelerate your child's progress through the course and enable you to accurately measure and estimate your child's likely completion date with full transparency. This will also leave you stress-free of all the frustration that comes with not knowing how your child is doing and when they will finish. By the end of the course, you'll be able to use the tools to create memorable Quran learning experiences. The single most important tool in this experience is the Read and Rise book itself. This book has been handcrafted and carefully tailored to perfectly deliver the Read and Rise methodology. This book has taken the best of timeless content of the Quran learning experience and enhanced it with modern technology pedagogy and designed to produce a truly unique resource. It's an advancement on the previous version of the book that we have produced, and aside from the perfect pedagogy alignment that we've just mentioned, the Read and Rise book is perhaps the most beautiful, vibrant and inviting qaida ever produced. It's a real treat for your child. Children don't just flick through pages in this book, rather they embark on a journey through 7 adventurous islands, each with its own challenges. But with the help of friendly characters and motivational hadith, they celebrate their wins by the milestone stickers flags along their way until they reach the final accomplishment. Through these elements, each child is essentially creating their own story, filled with fun, adventure and happy memories, all while endearing them to the Quran along their learning journey. The book has countless other features, such as a pull-out reference page to speed up reading progress and a spacious, clean layout, making content accessible, easy and friendly for your child to read. Each book is laminated on both sides, and the book cover is hardback, making it durable for long-term use. But the Read and Rise book really comes to life when it meets its companion, Kitaab. Kitaab is your expert friend that teaches, translates and entertains. It's a device that understands where you are on a page and is able to read out anything you touch. This means your child can listen to any word being perfectly pronounced without the need to have your class teacher's presence. Kitaab is light, portable and so simple to use that a child can take it with them wherever they go, making revision at home something that can be done independently by a child, freeing up both parents' time at home and a teacher's time in class, confident in the knowledge that your child is listening to the words being pronounced perfectly each time. But Kitaab doesn't just read words out. Double tap a word and Kitaab will also explain its rules to you. Even better, touch the icons at the top of the Read and Rise book and Kitaab will start to play games with you. In fact, we've designed Kitaab to include special games that are aligned with the pedagogy of the Read and Rise methodology. These games include a Find Me game, where your children have to listen to a sound and find the matching word on the page. This boosts their speed of recognition and improves their reading progress. There's also a Time Me game, where, if a line is touched, a carefully calculated timer is started in which your child has to complete reading the line before the timer runs out. This not only improves reading speed, but also provides a milestone by which to know whether your child has mastered a line or not. Kitaab has enhanced speaker quality, so sounds are easy and clear to understand. Children can, however, use headphones if they don't wish to disturb others while learning. Kitaab can also be used with other Kitaab compliant products from the Learning Roots range, such as Companion Collection. But Kitaab isn't the only fun tool in the Read and Rise set. The other super fun resource that you will also receive is called the Arabic Letters Activity Book, which is serious fun for any child, no matter what stage of qaida they're at. The activity book makes learning through mazes, stickers, puzzles, spot the difference, matching games, sequence games, so much fun. And all that fun gets your child super excited about the Arabic letters, so they'll love learning and look forward to lessons. The activity book covers letters in all their forms. Letters are the foundation blocks of words, so this makes the rest of their progress easier and faster, removing your frustration and building momentum in your child's learning. Best of yet, Most of these activities are self-explanatory, so your child can get stuck in the book, needing little supervision from you, leaving you stress-free with great results. So you can see how much attention we've paid to your child's experience when using the Read and Rise system. We've noticed a very clear correlation between a happy Quran learning experience and solid progress through the course. That's why with the Read and Rise online course, the Read and Rise book, Kitaab and the Arabic Letters activity book, your child is immersed in a holistic experience that makes Quran learning fun, fast and firm. We've placed special emphasis on the quality of the learning experience at the heart of this package because we know that if we can make happy memories when learning to read the Quran, then progress will follow easily. So now you're probably wondering how much all of this costs. Well, let's put this in perspective. The average child takes anywhere between 1.5 to 2 years to complete the Qa'idah. The average parent pays anything between £300 to £400 plus per year on madrasa fees. So the total financial cost of completing the Qa'idah to a parent is somewhere in the region between £600 to £800. Now, while the Read and Rise set does not replace the role of a madrasa teacher, it does transform the learning journey, making it much faster, much more fun and much more firm. In many cases, the Read and Rise set can reduce Qa'idah completion times by half or more. So with the average financial cost of completing the Qa'idah being upwards of £600, the entire Read and Rise package, which includes the online course, the Read and Rise book, Kitaab and the Arabic Letters activity pack, will not even cost you half that amount. In fact, it won't even cost you £200. The Read and Rise set is priced at just £108, and that includes express delivery to your door in the United Kingdom. But for the launch of Read and Rise, we wanted to go even further. So for a limited time only, the special price of the online course, the Read and Rise book, Kitaab and the Arabic Letters activity book is just £60, and that still includes express delivery to your door in the United Kingdom. Now that is an incredible deal. And if you have more than one child, one Kitaab pen device can be used with them all, so the value just increases for you. And on top of that, you're going to get your hands on a free bonus elegant Quran metallic bookmark called the Quran Pin, which you can gift to your child when they complete the Read and Rise and graduate to the Quran. Now, if you live outside the United Kingdom, you can still take advantage of this mind-blowing launch and still get free delivery to your door anywhere in the world, provided your order value meets the minimum level shown here. So, if you add a few more items to your basket from the wonderfullearningroutes.com online store, or you can share the order with a friend, you can take advantage of this incredible limited time offer as well. All you need to do is click the order button before the special launch period comes to an end. Imagine that just for £60, your child's entire Quran learning experience will be transformed into a happy memory that will stay with them for life and will associate positive feelings with reciting the Quran, leading them to recite it more and benefit from the peace and blessings and guidance that the Quran provides in this world and the next. And this, for us, is far more valuable than the faster completion times in Read and Rise alone. If you were to ask madrasa teachers, as we did, what's the number one cause for slow student progress, they will tell you it's a lack of revision at home. Children attend one class, learn something new, but are not able to consolidate it at home when they revise, and so they need to learn it afresh in the next lesson, thus slowing progress down. And if you were to ask parents, as we did, what are the main reasons behind the lack of revision at home, they will tell you that it is due to a lack of time, especially when they have more than one child to look after, and a lack of confidence in the parent's own pronunciation skills. Now, Kitaab solves all of those problems in one go for both the teacher as well as the parent. Kitaab pronounces words perfectly and can be used independently by a child, either at home or at madrasa, freeing up both parents' time at home and the teacher's time in class to focus on giving feedback and accelerating student progress. So from a progress, cost and especially an experience perspective, this solution makes so much sense. And we know this because we've seen it with our own eyes with hundreds of students. Read and Rise is proven to work. So you now have a choice. And you know what the old saying says. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. Or you can decide that this is a moment that you're going to make a change. This is a moment that you're going to help make happy Quran learning memories that will stick with your child for life. Happy memories will lead to happy associations when reciting the Quran regularly in adult life, and therefore reap the tremendous reward of peace and blessing that the Quran provides, not to mention rising up the levels of Jannah in the hereafter too. Imagine how that will make you feel. Press the order button and start making those happy Quran learning memories for your child right now.